And good evening, everyone. As you see, I am actually in the kitchen this evening. So, for this evening, I have a special guest who is going to be joining me. But I will tell you guys what this is all about in just a few minutes. Let's get into Aurora's Eatery, shall we? Let's get started right now. Okay, guys. So, as you see, we are going to be cooking today. And now I've got to bring in my special guest to help with this special stream. Guys, please welcome in my wonderful fiance. You know him as Real Talks and Tax. And here's John, guys.
Hi, John. Hi, John.
Guys,
welcome in, everyone. And guys, I'm going to take and apologize now for the dogs barking in the background. So put those over there for me.
Okay. Our dogs.
It's okay. Okay, guys. Basically tonight what we're doing is John's going to be teaching us how to be making his famous chicken puffs. So I've already got a few things prepped. I've got the chicken, which we shredded and cooked.
Onions.
And onions, sweet onions, guys, sweet onions.
Very important.
Back off for a few minutes. Now we've also got the Philadelphia cream cheese, and we've got some other spices and seasonings that we're going to be adding in. Also, with this, we've got to do croissant rolls, okay? Which basically I'm going to be showing you how to do these for the chicken puffs as well. So, let's get started on making our actual mixture. So, John, please let us know what to add in here.
and of course, the first thing you're going to add is the cream cheese. That's the yummy stuff. By the way, let me welcome everybody into tonight's stream. Real Talking Tax, usual time tonight, of course, 9:25 p.m. Eastern Time. I take it this is your stream for the night?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so the 8:15 show will not be on tonight, obviously.
No, the 8:15 show will not be on tonight, guys. This is the stream for this evening. This is the special stream.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Sorry, guys. Got to lick the fingers because...
Cream cheese. Who doesn't like cream cheese?
So, Emma, would you mind throwing this away for me, darling?
And while she's mixing that, one thing you want to do is make sure that every piece of, I take it you did shred and not diced. Whether you shred or whether you dice your chicken, you got to be sure every piece is coated as much as possible. What size container is that?
That was, give me a second. Oh my goodness, puppies.
Yeah.
This was a 16-ounce container.
Or you can do a 16-ounce container like that, or generally two of the bars that are 8 ounces each. Either way, you need 16 ounces of cream cheese. Any sweet onion will do. You don't want anything non-sweet on the onion because the sweet onion is going to bring out more of a flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, next you'll be putting in her spices.
So guys, the way you want it to look is like this.
Right, every piece coated.
Nice and creamy.
Yeah, it's going to look like there's a lot of cream cheese, but that's okay because it's good. You know, it's going to, when you put them in the croissant rolls, it's going to actually, spread out the rest of the way, but just make sure they're mixed good. So next, go ahead and put in your spices.
Okay.
Because you
so
want to
now
do that
what
and mix
I've got
that. Go ahead and go over your
is
spices first.
pepper. It's basically to taste, guys. So this is actually an actual mill for the pepper.
And you want enough spice for flavor, not for trying to kill it, because
exactly.
you put too much in, it kills the whole thing.
Yep.
Salt, if possible, I would go light on.
Very little salt.
And Mama
I've
Jewel
also got
says,
some parsley.
cream cheese is yummy, especially the strawberry and blueberry flavors. Never had those, but I'll take your word for it.
So,
I'm getting hungry now. I didn't like what I made.
I'm adding some fresh parsley, which has been freeze dried. I'm getting like 2 pinches. So,
And make sure, depending on how many spices you're using, after a few, go ahead and mix,
put that
then
away.
put in more until you get them all done. I do 2
And
or
then
3 to be
the
sure.
last one that I'm doing is a little bit of garlic powder. And that's just the tiniest bit. So just a little sprinkle just for flavor. And then that can get put away. And can you put those 2 away for me?
Yes, ma'am.
So now,
Sounds
gonna stir this
delicious.
together.
Sounds delicious.
It is. It's very good.
I never had them.
How many
That's right.
how many containers of the croissant rolls do you have?
I have 4.
What's the
So
count?
that'll make 16.
So you got 4 of the 8-ounce packages.
Yes.
Or 4 of the 8-piece packages, sorry.
Yes. So now, the last thing, which I'm going to allow Emma to put in for us, is our sweet onion. As you see, there's not very much here. It was 1 decent size sweet onion. So go ahead and dump that in the bowl, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. Other than the bag.
The whole thing.
And she throws the entire bag in. Go ahead and throw that away. And now we'll stir this together.
I've actually eaten onion that was.
And while she's mixing that together, let me tell what we're going to do on Real Tax Talk tonight. Form 8889, which is the health savings accounts. No, wait, I'm sorry. Tonight is a 2106, which is employee business expense. And I'll go over, who qualifies for it and then what goes into it. Uncle Jack is in the chat. He is in the building.
Hey there, Uncle Jack. Good to have you with us.
Uncle Jack?
Yep. He's one of my IMVU uncles. Okay. So, next thing. I need you to do me a favor. Bring these 2 over to me. Please?
Emma, can you get another one? Sure. My hands are
Yep, just put this one down. I got it. First things first, pan it.
Just a light coating of the pan should do it. Enough to make sure it doesn't stick, but not enough to have that oily feel or taste to their croissant rolls. And with those, you want to do 1 at a time as far as opening them.
Normally they like to pop one me. Throw that away.
No, Uncle Jack, it's actually the chicken puffs, which I'm going over how to make as she's making them because it's my specialty, but
Ooh.
it's her channel, so I said, yeah, let's bring them on there.
What you want to do with your dough, guys, is take and unroll it till it's full, Lay it on the pan and pull it apart where the 4s are. I'll show you in just a minute.
Once you get that, the first one done, hold up, because a lot of people don't understand this part about keeping it a square and not a triangle. So you want to hold up one. So
if you see where the serrades are, do not pull apart these 2. So you want it to look like just this square.
Another thing is you want to pinch them together.
Yep, that's what I'm doing now is pinching them together.
Pinch and smooth, I call it. And guys, while she's doing that, I want to remind you, don't forget about the Aurora's Eatery Buy Me a Coffee, her Facebook page, and also her Stream Elements, which Stream Elements is posting all the links for you guys in the chat. So feel free to check out her merch store. If you would like to leave a tip there, you can do anything from $1 up. You can do dollars and cents or whole dollars. That's up to you, as long as you have the means to do so. And we know we got a couple of buyers from the merch store.
1 second, baby. What's up?
Should I preheat the oven?
Yes, please.
Yes,
And you seen the directions?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, what are they?
Oven to 375 or 350 for non-stick cookie sheet. So
350.
350.
Yes, ma'am.
Big 350.
Yes.
What do I do with this pan?
Just leave it sit for a minute.
Unroll the dough and separate into 8 triangles, but if you're doing it this way, then 4 squares.
Yep.
Let's do 4 squares
That's what,
like this.
with the chicken puffs, you got to do 4 squares.
Like this.
But it's taking me a minute to pinch them together.
And then you don't mind the middle step because that's the roll-up thing. And then bake to 9 to 12 minutes or until golden brown.
Exactly.
So whatever way you cook it, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Now-
so when you get ready to fill those, if you can pour your cam down so everybody
Yep,
can
that's
see
what I'm
how
getting ready to do.
they are filled. So
Okay.
there you go. There's your 4 squares, and that's for each container.
Yep.
And
Oh.
go ahead
Now-
and just put one with filling, and I'll tell how to fold at that point once you get enough on there.
And you want to make sure that there's a good amount of filling in here, guys.
You don't want to
So-
overfold because you still got to do the fold yet.
I know. But that's about as much as I normally put in.
Okay, so with the fold,
Go ahead. Explain the fold, and then I'll do it.
you're going to take each corner and fold it over to the other side. Careful, make sure you do not tear the two apart.
Yep.
Just corner to corner,
And then,
and then try to close when you do the second part.
over.
Try to close it up as you go. And if you miss a close, that's okay. Just pinch it together, and then kind of give it a nice
Voila.
round. And yep, there you go. That is the raw state of the chicken puffs.
so that's one down.
That's a
And again, fold, fold and close, and then just do like a pinch here and there if you need to.
And then
And
just
you
move
want-
it.
And you want to keep at least a couple of inches apart with each one of those because the dough is going to expand as it cooks. Awesome, Jack. Jack says in the chat, I'll go ahead and read it. It says, YouTube may not know this, but I've got an in-ground swimming pool that costs $75K to install.
Wowzers. Excuse me, everybody. I'm washing my fingers for a minute.
Now, yes, the preparation time does take some time. She already pre-cooked the chicken earlier this afternoon, so it's already done.
Yeah.
If you decide to pre-cook the chicken, just stick it in the fridge. Make sure it's covered, of course, because you're pretty much steaming it. It's not a fried chicken. And this should give everybody practically at least 2 each, especially with a family of 4.
These already look really good. Yeah. We just have to cook them, right?
Yep. I don't think you want to eat raw dough, guys.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've always wondered how it tastes. It tastes like dough.
Okay.
There's your answer.
Tiny bit more on that one. Don't want to jip it
Yeah, just
because there's
top
plenty
it.
there.
Yeah, Uncle Jack, I'm sure.
Okay. Now
You can see how round those are for the most part. So they should look like that when you are done. If there's little cracks where the other part is, that is fine. But you want to try not to have that cracked open when you are folding them together, if at all possible.
It's all greasy.
We're passing the other one around.
Because it's all greasy.
And love, if you can put me in AFK mode.
In AFK for a moment.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm back. I'll give you a thumbs up.
Okay. Okay. So there we go. Let's grab this. Thank you, darling.
Welcome. Watch the magic happen. Watch it.
Excuse me a moment. We're gonna set this up here for 5 minutes, guys. Get this unroll. Stay there.
Where did he go?
So we're gonna set that one there.
Would you like me to separate the other can?
Please.
Come on, guys.
Excuse me.
Grab the can. Rachel, bring that baking sheet over here.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I forgot to spray it. Would you mind spraying it too?
Absolutely.
Emma, please get the pan. Can I spray it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. Oops. Let's get that one closed back up. All right.
Am I supposed to spray it?
So we don't get it on. All over the whole thing.
I think it was a little
Down
too
here at the
much.
corner.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got to bring up the screen for a moment. Okay, I'm bringing John back in. There he is. Welcome back.
Thank you much. So, as you can see, there is a lot there. And while you're finishing doing the fill and fold, I'm going to read a couple of the comments here.
Please. Since I kind of can't look at them.
Jackie, Cooking Mama, says, I would have to triple the recipe. My kids have big appetites. Also, another suggestion that I always do is double check, make sure they are completely closed up before putting them in the oven, because once they cook, it's too late to do anything. And the one in the corner more towards the camera on your right, you might want to check that. It looks like it's a little bit split open.
Yep.
If they're a little bit split, that's okay. I mean, it may leak some of the cream cheese through, but you don't want to lose all that cream cheese that you are cooking through.
Okay. All right, there we go. So now that's one pan down, guys.
Hooray!
Nope, we're not sticking it in yet.
Okay.
I want to put them in all together.
Also, Jack Lambert says that's no easy chunk of change to use, but it was worth every cent on the pool. However, I hope it's worth a tax write-off. We'll answer that tonight, Uncle Jack, on Real Tax Talk, because I'll have a few questions before I can give you the answer to that
Yep.
to that statement.
And I got my cousin Christy and her 2 daughters helping me with this.
Emma and Rachel.
Yep, Emma and Rachel. Okay. But I'm going to do this on the quicker side now.
Yes. Hard.
And Cooking Mama, what she is making is pretty much a quadruple recipe. A triple would be 12, which would be three of the cans of the crescent rolls. And usually by this time, once I'm about done, is when I start preheating the oven to, what it say, 350?
Yep. And I've already got that preheated, which is fine. Don't forget, wait a minute. Give me a second. 2.
You have 6 there. If everybody's doing 2, it should be 12.
Should be good. So wait a minute. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So, and
then-
that's a triple recipe right there. Because a single would make 4, double is 8, triple is 12.
And hold on a second. I gotta show the audience this one. We have a testicle difficulty.
Okay.
Exploded.
And Cooking Mama wants to know if you're sending me some of those chicken puffs for dinner. I already had dinner, but appreciate the offer there, Jackie.
This is our dinner this evening, guys. So.
Yes.
Also, let me talk sides while you're finishing that up there.
Go ahead, baby.
Any side is really good for it. You really don't want to starch that to go with it because you got enough starch in the crescent rolls themselves. So usually a vegetable of some sort, whether it's corn or green beans or peas. The 2 best would be peas or corn as far as your vegetable side. I'm not sure if you're doing a side down there, if it's just those, but
What side are we doing, Christy?
What?
I didn't know if your mama was gonna pick out a side for us this evening, or
What side? Like a side?
That dish food, like broccoli.
Like macaroni. I don't know why about this crazy macaroni.
Okay.
yes.
and I don't know. The Jade Sun said she will be catching the replay. And speaking of the replay, guys, if you are catching the replay, if you're able to see the chat, you'll be able to see all the stream element stuff and all the stuff we got for getting a hold of Aurora's Eatery
Yes. Thank you, love, for
within stream elements.
Yes.
and I have just enough for one more actual puff. But we'll make those and just set them as a side, whatever we have left.
So
new.
Oh goodness. Okay. Houston, wait a minute.
Break it in half. There you go.
All right, hold that.
Sure. This was a special can.
Yes, we had a very special can.
I'm gonna hold this.
Would coleslaw go good with chicken puffs? Yeah, because it's a vegetable type thing because you're going to have your carrots and your cabbage and all that. So yeah, coleslaw is fine. Like I said, anything but potatoes because potatoes is going to have more starch, which you're going to have enough starch in the chicken puffs themselves. So you really don't want anything starchy because it's just going to fill you up faster. The chicken puffs themselves can be filling on their own, but you know some people want a side with it, you know, a vegetable side of some sort. So you know you can go with that. Okay, so I take it you got all those done.
Yep,
Except
all
for
we got to
folding
do
us.
is finish out the other little bit of crescent rolls that are left.
You're missing one, aren't you?
No.
You only have.
And you can find all these recipes and more on Aurora's Eatery on Gilded.
12, 13, which is fine.
And look who's in the chat. We have Anna Lee in the chat.
Hey, Anna Lee. Long time no see, darling.
Hey Anna, glad you're able to make this special presentation. We're going over how to make chicken puffs live on Aurora's Eatery.
Do we want to put the rest of them on here or?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay. So,
And
you guys gotta wash your hands again.
and as soon as she gets that done, right now they're in the raw state. So she can see what they look like in the raw state. Anna Lee, you'll want to go back and catch the replay so you see how they are actually made from start to finish. Of course, she did the chicken up earlier this afternoon and then brought me on live to help her put it all together.
Yep.
So, Anna Lee, it's good to have you here. Haven't seen you in a bit. Hopefully, you are doing well.
This
And
is
that's
the raw form of your chicken puff as they start sliding.
and again, make sure when you cook them, they are at least a couple inches apart from one another, and then you stick them in the oven for 9 to 12 minutes, which is the cook time for your crescent rolls, or until they are golden brown. You don't want them burnt because moon rocks doesn't taste that good. So
Will they fit side by side? No, they will not. Okay, that's
They
what
will.
I mean.
They will fit side by side.
They do?
That way.
It didn't want to fit that way for me because they're overlapping.
Just a little bit, but they'll be fine.
Yeah, but they're gonna hit the other ones. So
So move the puffs over.
that's okay. We'll just do top and bottom. Doesn't matter.
It's not gonna cook evenly.
All right, let me take this out and scoot you.
You don't have to scoot it much. Not much.
Scoot you. Sit there.
We have pot holders, honey.
I'm stubborn. There we go.
There you go.
okay, and then now they cook for 9 to 12 minutes, and while we're going over that, how about a topic over while we wait for the finished product?
Yes.
It's your show, so we'll obviously want to go over something that's about your show.
Well,
First of all, let me welcome Anna Lee personally. Hopefully you'll catch my stream tonight, Anna Lee. Glad that you were able to find Aurora's Eatery. We are glad to have you here. Jackie Walking, also Uncle Jack.
you're welcome. Oh. Ouchie. You're welcome.
And now I'll turn it over to Jamie from Aurora's Eatery, and she can.
So guys, with the chicken puffs, as you see, it is fairly simplistic. I know I'm going off screen for a minute, but basically the way that I did it, okay, is sorry for the barking. I pre-cooked the chicken this morning. I boiled it, which is how John taught me when he first made them. So we boil the chicken pretty much till it is done. And then, as he said, you can take and let it cool, cut it up there, or you can take and put it in the refrigerator until you're ready. So we shredded it here because of Richie. He can't do the bigger chunks of meat because of his teeth. So we shredded it so it makes it easier for him to be able to eat. Now you guys can do the chunks of chicken, cut it up into little chunks, or you can do it the shredded, however is more comfortable for you guys. So, and also either way with the cream cheese, you can get it in the little package that I got it in, which is the whipped cream cheese, or you can actually buy the regular Philadelphia cream cheese sticks. Just make sure if you buy it in the sticks, you guys need to make sure, I stress this, that it is room temperature by the time you want it to be used. Or else you're going to get clumps of cream cheese here, there, and everywhere. And it won't look as smooth and nice as you're putting it into your chicken puff.
Not only that, but if they haven't sat out, you're going to have a hard time trying to get it to mix. You want it really soft. You don't want it runny. You just want it really soft.
Exactly.
No problem, Annalie. And I didn't know you was available. I would have contacted you earlier. Yeah, I know sometimes you got to take care of little Eva, so it's okay. So right now she's napping, so she's able to be here on Aurora's Eatery.
Which I'm glad that she was able to make this stream. It's awesome to have her on the streams as well as everybody else.
And then, of course, my channel, Real Tax Talk, we go over all kinds of tax information. I go through forms. I show you how to fill them out. And we take it one form at a time. Okay, so Jackie wants to know what our favorite side to go with chicken puffs is. Mine is personally peas because you're going to have that iron that you're not going to get in the chicken puffs.
Peas, for me personally, I don't like peas, but if they are mixed in something, I'm fine with that. So for me personally, I would go with either broccoli, green beans, cauliflower, or something like that. But that's me. So I mean, even coleslaw. Like I don't remember who it was that brought coleslaw up, babe.
I believe that was Jackie.
Okay, so yeah, coleslaw would definitely be, yeah, coleslaw would definitely be something good to go with the chicken puffs.
Yeah, it was Jackie. With coleslaw, go get with chicken puffs.
Okay. Yes, coleslaw would go very well with the chicken puffs.
And for any questions regarding tonight's recipe, how can they get a hold of you for questions?
You guys can get a hold of me through my Gilded, or you can also take and use my email, which both are right in the chat right now, one above the other. It says, please feel free to join Gilded at, and then it gives our Gilded channel. Or you can look at the one right below that. It says, here is the email for Aurora's Eatery. And then it's questions@auroraseatery.com. So if you guys have any questions about tonight's recipe. Now, with the seasonings and onion, if you guys don't like onion, that is totally optional. You can omit it. It is not a requirement for the chicken puffs. Now, if you like the flavor of onion, I would recommend adding onion powder instead of the regular onion. So that's one of the things that we have to do when I am at home for my stepdad. He does not like the texture of onions, but he likes the flavor. So we omit the actual onion for him and just add in onion powder. Now, the way that I mark them is with a toothpick. So I know which ones are his and which ones are for everybody else. So he is not getting one with onion in it. So we've done it that way as well. Now, another thing that would be really, really good in your chicken puffs, okay, if you like them, add a little bit of chives.
Can you use onion flakes?
Yes, you can use the minced onion, the dried onion. That
Yeah,
does
but
work.
if somebody doesn't like the texture of regular onions, the dehydrated onions is not going to be any better for them.
Annalie, corn will go good with it. But like John was saying, you've got enough of the carbohydrates in the actual chicken
Starch.
puff.
It's starch.
Oh, excuse me, starch. You're right, not carbohydrates, starch. You got enough starch in the actual chicken puff with everything that's there, including the actual pastry per se. So, I mean, if you want corn with it, by all means. Any type of vegetable, I honestly think would go great with the chicken puffs, to be honest. So, that's definitely a plus. So,
I
bear with me
usually
1 minute.
use Lighthouse freeze dry seasoning.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Isn't
So
that
bear
what you
with me
put for
again.
the parsley?
I'm sorry?
Isn't that what you used for the parsley? Was the dry freeze?
Yes,
So
it
yeah,
was a dry freeze.
dry freeze seasoning is an option, and you don't have to use the
Right.
seasoning she used here. You can use any seasoning that you feel is going to enhance the flavor that you're looking for.
Yes. Now, there's been a couple times that I've adjusted the recipe with my seasonings because I didn't have something. So I would use maybe a tiny bit of Italian seasoning, or I added just a very fine pinch of dill in there. Of course, salt and pepper for taste, but it's lightly done for the flavor. You don't want to overpower anything in there. So,
Walking wants to know if you do a salad with the chicken puffs.
absolutely.
I personally never have. No, he's talking about if we actually have in
Oh,
this case,
no.
and I can't say that I have, but I don't see why not.
I have never done an actual salad with the chicken puffs myself, no. But yeah, a salad I think would go very well with them. But also, guys, remember the chicken puffs are pretty filling themselves.
Yeah, but
But if you have a big appetite, then
a salad is going to be something light, though. Like you could serve it beforehand,
right,
as a starter. Yeah, kind of like an appetizer type thing. But by the time you get done with the chicken puffs itself, most of the time I can only finish one. It all depends on the type of
right.
day, if it's too hot or not, or
That reminds me, guys. If you have leftover chicken puffs, put them in the refrigerator and eat them cold. They are still good that way.
make sure they're covered so it doesn't dry out.
Yes.
You don't want those drying out because then they don't make good eats, as your mother would say. So you could put them in like a zippy bag, or cover them with foil.
A container is better. But make sure before you store them that they are cool enough so you're not getting that condensation on your container before you take and put them in your refrigerator.
And of course, once Once they are done, you'll want to let them cool for just a moment because the filling will be extremely hot.
Yes.
So you'll want to be careful. Let them set out for a couple of minutes. So you don't want them too cold, but you don't want them extremely hot either. Kind of like that happy medium.
Yeah. Like after you're done taking and baking them, I would say put them on the stove for
Couple of minutes. Couple of minutes. That's all you
maybe.
need.
4 or 5 minutes to, give them that little bit of a cool time and then serve them up and have dinner, guys.
And you might want to check on them. I'm looking at the timing.
I know. I'm just getting ready to check on them again here.
Yes, Jackie, you're more than welcome to use a low-fat cream cheese.
Okay. A little bit longer, guys. And yeah, low-fat cream cheese is fine. It really doesn't change the flavor of the chicken puff because I've done a tiny batch with a low-fat cream cheese just to see what it would taste like. And they really didn't have much of a flavor change. So, and also with the different flavored cream cheeses, like the chive cream cheese, onion and chive cream cheese, the jalapeno cream cheese, you can use those as well. So it just depends on your own personal taste to, take and make it the way that you want with, the actual cream cheese itself. So it doesn't matter which cream cheese you're using, but just remember with that cream cheese, if you're using the actual flavored cream cheese, like the onion and chive for the jalapeno, that will give the chicken puff a little bit of a different flavor.
Also, for the meat, make sure you are using chicken breast because dark meat is just not palatable, in my view, for the chicken puffs. Because your darker meats is going to be your more bitter meat.
Oh, yes.
Whereas the white meat, chicken breast mainly, is going to be your sweeter meat.
I recommend using chicken breast for the actual chicken puffs. Or even a chicken tender.
Chicken tenders work, but you got to use. It takes a lot more time to cut those than it would be a chicken breast, a full one.
But hey, I mean, if that's all you can get at your time, then you got to do what you got to do.
And Cookie Mama says, "Okay, I'm putting my grocery order in so it can be delivered to my door." It sounds like she's going to be making them.
Hey, I recommend this recipe to anyone. Trust me, I've done it. Hey, baby. Sorry, I got a puppy next to me who's getting all jealous kinds. And this one is, the blue vest is Coda. Hang on. You want to say hi? Say hi to everybody. Say hi, Coda. Uh-oh. The other jealous one is coming. Da-da-da-da-da. There's Luna.
Can you use duck instead of chicken? Don't know. I've never used duck before, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could use duck. It may change the texture, and also don't forget duck is very oily. So you're gonna have
I probably would say
in.
I would probably say no to that because you don't want the puffs oily, because then it doesn't make it good eats, and you're just going to be tossing it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Christy. My cousin was saying that you could do it with the duck, but use a light cream cheese to offset that oil in the duck.
And again, you might want to check. It's been another 4 minutes.
Yeah. I'm going to give it another 2 minutes for it because when I checked it, they were still a little doughy.
Okay, so while we wait for them to finish up, got a couple of minutes. We'll take
Does
any
any-
other questions you guys have. Can you use Cornish hens? Yes, a Cornish hen is the same as a chicken. They're just smaller.
Yes.
I would ask, can we use a rooster out back? But I don't
No,
think
you're
Christy
not
would like.
allowed to use Christy's black. Never mind. I'm shutting up. I'm going to walk away for a minute. Sorry, running joke, guys. Running joke. Christy knows what we're talking about, but we're not saying that live on my stream because I don't want to get in trouble. Let your mind wander, guys.
That's why I use the word rooster live. I'm sure she'll kill me for that later, but it's okay.
Yes, she will. And then I'm going to laugh when she does.
I'm gonna go on his tax thing. Ask him if I can burn my 1099.
Did you hear what she said?
I couldn't hear it.
She said she's going to come onto your show and ask you if she can burn her 1099.
That would be on her.
She's laughing as she's walking away. So let me check this again, guys. Don't look into the oven with glasses on. All right. About another minute. It should be all right.
Can you use turkey? Yeah, I don't see why you couldn't, because it's not going to
you
have.
can use turkey.
It's not going to have as much of an oil as a duck would. It's about the same as chicken. So yeah, you should be able to use turkey. You would just call them turkey puffs instead of chicken puffs.
Here's an interesting idea that my cousin Chrissy just came up with, babe. You could probably use ham. You could do ham with it, and it would be a different flavor, but
You can do a bacon cream cheese puff
bacon cream cheese puff,
or bacon cheddar.
bacon cheddar puff. So, those
Yeah, because you could
good.
always put the cheddar on top, and after it's done. That's
Richie?
something
I'll let
different.
you go through, honey. Yep.
Still doing the cooking show? Or?
Yep.
She's still doing her cooking show.
It's okay.
She's
Ham and pineapple. Now there's an interesting combination to go with cream cheese.
with mushrooms.
That's normal food. That's all. It's normal food. Ham, beans, potato.
All right. Let's take a good look.
There's
at
another
these
one over there, Jamie. You can use it.
Give it just a few more minutes. Still just a tiny bit doughy in the middle. So
Heck,
we're gonna give it just a few more
heck,
seconds.
if we wanted to, we could go all out and go crab. A crab puff.
We're not fancy enough for that.
Hey, actually,
Crabs for
I know
Christmas
people who do the actual crab meat with some cream cheese and do a mix with the cream cheese and the crab meat. It's actually really good.
Yeah, well, what do you think crab ragoons are made from? Cream cheese and crab. The only difference is we're not using the wonton things. We're using crescent rolls. So I don't see why that would be anything different.
Right.
And,
Just a crab puff.
And put the chives in it. Cut them up real fine. Put them in there.
Yeah,
It's what,
just a
it's
regular
what they use for crab
puff.
ragoons. We just be changing instead of using the wontons, we will be using the
Crescent rolls.
those things. So Cookie
Yeah,
Mama
those
says
square things.
Cookie Mama says ham and pineapple.
Yes.
And there's your crabs for Christmas, by the way.
Ha ha.
We got to make
Yes,
those.
I just flipped off Real Tax Talk on my stream.
And we should make that for. We should make that for.
She probably
For
kill
Christmas.
us both.
Me for the idea, you for doing it, huh?
That's exactly it.
But she'd have a good laugh from it. We both know it.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, are there any other questions, guys, about this recipe?
How much longer we got till? Because I would like for him to see the finished product before you have to go off.
I'm getting ready to look again here in just a second. Yeah, buddy. Come on, you. Get out here. Yes. Beauteous.
Okay, so while she's pulling those, not sure how she's going to show one for the finished product, but
I got away.
once you see these guys, you're going to probably want to go to the next grocery store you can find because they are that good. Just the sight of them are that good. Okay, and there is your cooked chicken puff. Might want to back it down some. It's too close to the cam. There you go. And that's what it looks like after it's been cooked.
Trying to keep it in the damn. But that is your chicken puff, guys.
As you can see, it's a little more time consuming, but a very, very easy recipe.
And then here is a better looking one.
And yes, Annalie, crab rangoon, just like in the Chinese takeout. And yeah, that's another one. So you can see how well it's folded and how it's expanded as it cooked compared to. So they actually look bigger when they come out of the oven than when they go in.
Yeah.
And yes, Annalie, we try to be funny. We try to keep it comical. And we try to do a little Pass for Christmas joke every show. So
let me get you.
So, Annalie, I got to ask, since you are in the stream, how did those sound to you now that you've seen the finished product? While we wait for that answer.
I'm just making sure none of them are sticking. There we go.
And of course, when everybody's done, you'll just have to let me know
how they like it.
How they liked it.
Yeah, that I can do, love.
Jackie says, "Looks yummy." Like I said, Jackie, it's more time consuming than hard, but very, very easy recipe.
Yep.
And heck, if you wanted to, you could always go ahead and have everything mixed in and then just do the filling just before you're ready to pop them in the oven.
Yep. So, but all right, guys, we're going to call it an evening. I will let you guys know how everybody enjoyed them as well, even if it is on Real Tax Talks stream this evening. So again, I want to thank you everybody for joining us on this awesome special stream. So, and I know Real Tax Talk has something real quick.
Since you have already gone live, I'm going to take the 8:15 spot tonight instead of 9:25. No, wait, because I think Lash wants to catch it. So,
okay.
Real Tax Talk 9:25 tonight. That's when the countdown timer starts. So, hopefully, all of you guys can make it. I know Lash is going to try to make it, and I don't know the Jason. We'll be watching the replay. So, hi there, Big Kitty. Hopefully, you see that part.
Hey, me Angel. So, all right, guys.
And Annalie says, "Wow, looks great. That's a giant chicken puff." Yeah, they are pretty good size by the time they come out of the oven. So anybody that missed the beginning, go back and catch the start on the replay. And my closing remarks is, of course, we'll see you on the other side of the 1040 tonight at 9:25.
And guys, also remember, pancakes are only waffles' evil cousin. You guys
Only
have
what-
an amazing night, and we will see you guys on Real Tax Talk at 9:20. So you guys have an amazing evening. And also, again, like I said, please feel free to message me for this recipe. You guys have an amazing night. Take care, everyone.
Good night. See you in a couple of hours.